National Free Shipping Day, a one-day event held annually that allows consumers to shop for both large and small online merchants that offer free shipping with guaranteed delivery by Christmas Eve. Now, because of the COVID-19 pandemic, there has been a surge in holiday shopping, which of course adds to the shipping headaches, with people already experiencing delays, surcharges, and returns. So what do you need to know to get your packages on time for the holidays? Joining me now is senior retail reporter, Business Insider, Anya Kane. Anya, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We need all the help we can get.
Thank you so much for having me. And you're absolutely right. It's a ship-a-geddon out there this year.
Yeah, especially, any year, right? It's crazy, and you should always get your requests in early. But this year in particular, can you elaborate on why that is and how bad it is?
Absolutely. Basically, we're seeing 10 years worth of e-commerce growth smashed into 90 days. Everyone's shipping. Retailers that don't normally rely on e-commerce are having to because of the COVID pandemic. And then consumers who are concerned and perhaps didn't really do e-commerce in the past are embracing it now. Again, because of the COVID pandemic, everyone's using it and it's getting very crowded out there. And with the shipping carriers, we're seeing a shortfall of about 7 million packages a day.
Ooh. So you have some shipping tips here. Hopefully it's not too late. The first one here is place your orders as early as possible. Procrastinators, listen up.
Yes, and I'm a procrastinator too. And so this is not the year for people like me. Basically, you want to get in your orders as early as possible. If you haven't already, do it today. A lot of deadlines are coming up. December 15th is the deadline for ground shipping if you want your packages to definitely get there by Christmas. And then with on the retailer side, December 17th is the cutoff for things like Walmart, Target. We're talking about standard shipping. There'll still be options open to people who really procrastinate this year up until December 23rd. But unfortunately, those are going to be very expensive. Those are your express shipping. And that's going to be a pretty penny, especially this year with some of the surcharges that we're seeing.
Right. And the same goes for shipping your gifts as early as possible. And then you touched on this briefly, Anya. Look out for any unexpected fees. So you might want to build that into your budget.
Yes, absolutely. This year is the first time that the USPS is adding a surcharge to commercial packages. Now, that directly affects businesses, not consumers. But as we know, when you're adding fees to a business package, basically, the consumer's often going to eat that. So be on the lookout. Look for those very high shipping fees and definitely calculate that into your budget, as you said.
Okay. And one thing we've reported on really throughout the year, it happens year round, but particularly around Christmas, is the Porch Pirates. How do we protect ourselves from that? What are some things that we can do to make sure once we get the gift, right, once we've put in the order, that we actually receive it?
That's a great question. I think porch piracy is going to be a huge problem this year, like fleets of porch pirates out there. It's a hard year. People are getting desperate, and e-commerce is bigger than ever, so it stands to reason. I have this great app from Shopify called Ship, and that allows me to track my packages. It tells me when they're being transferred, when they're out for delivery, so I can kind of be on alert and be basically kind of looking out for them. Oftentimes, porch pirates strike really quickly. Sometimes they'll even follow a truck and basically go door to door and take things. And it happens in a flash. These folks kind of walk up to the door, grab it, and go. It's not an elaborate heist. So it really can kind of strike like lightning, and then your stuff is gone before you know it. And unfortunately, a lot of the times you're not getting that stuff back.
Right.
So that diligence and that awareness of where exactly your packages are, I think, is really key.
Right. So try to save those receipts and track your packages. I know you mentioned Shopify. That's a really good idea. Another important thing is consider curbside instead of shipping. Why is that?
Well, curbside is a great option because obviously no one really wants to be in the stores right now. So if you're relying on e-commerce, that's absolutely, you're right. And that makes sense right now, given the pandemic. But curbside is another option that keeps you out of the store, but it also allows you to sort of go up same day and get what you need. A lot of stores offer this, Albertsons, Walmart, Kroger. So you might want to take advantage of that if you don't want to go in the store, but you want to have more control over when exactly you're going to be getting your items. The problem with this is that curbside has become so popular this year that oftentimes you'll have to slot in and get a specific basically number to pull up. So you might want to do that early as well.
Yeah, it certainly is a good option if you're a bit of a control freak and you want to be able to control as many factors as possible. Anya Kane, thank you so much. Hopefully people take this advice to make their holidays just a little less stressful. Thanks for talking to us this morning.
Thanks so much for having me.
All right, switching gears here, Tucker.